Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the USD290 board meeting. It is March 8th, 2021 at 7 p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Let's do roll call. Please raise your hand and say present when your name is called. Linda Alderman.
Present.
Chris Cunningham.
Present.
Julie D'Andrio, present. Susan Moore is not here this evening. Shanda Olmsted.
Present.
Lydia Payne.
Present.
Harold Wingert.
Present.
We have 6 board members present tonight. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, please raise your hand. And that passes 6-0. We do have a consent agenda tonight. There is nothing unusual on it. There's the bus surplus, the spring sporting guidelines, which we've reviewed before, and then the FFA trip to Missouri, which we had gotten information on. Is there a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, please raise your hand. That passes 6-0 as well. We do not have any comments from the public this evening. Our first item, which will be up for action tonight, is the bid determination for interior paint.
Yeah,
Dr. Cobbs?
You all should have received the bid summaries for this. All told, we had 7 different vendors submit a bid for interior painting. This would include paint at Garfield and paint at the end of OMS to finish up that project there. Our recommendation is that we would use Natural Breeze Remodeling, which we've utilized here in the past, for a total of $35,132 to finish both Garfield and the middle school, or at least start Garfield, finish the middle school.
Any questions or discussion before we entertain a motion? Would somebody like to make a motion to approve Natural Breeze to finish Garfield in OMS for $35,132?
So moved.
Second.
It was moved by Chris Cunningham and seconded by Linda Alderman. All in favor, please raise your hand. That passes 6-0. Next is the bid determination for flooring.
Yeah, there are 2 different pieces of flooring here, one for carpet and then one for the epoxy. So carpet and vinyl composition tile for the classrooms at Garfield, and then the epoxy flooring for the bathrooms at Garfield and the kitchen area at Lincoln, which is in need of replacement, which is why we're doing it. It's now, 12 years old. So replacement there. The carpeting piece and the vinyl composition tile, we only had 2 bids. I would imagine that part of that is because it's a fairly large project with a very narrow scope. You won't be able to get in until mid-June, and it's got to be done by the end of July. So at this point, we had 2 bids. Our recommendation would be that we would use Interior Surface Enterprises for $124,940. Again, Interior Surfaces is a company that we've used in the past. The epoxy piece, we had 3 different companies that worked with us and submitted bids. Our recommendation would be that we would use Epoxy Coating Specialist for $39,643. This would be the company that just finished their work at OMS. It looks fantastic. So 2 different packages for carpet and VCT, Interior Surface Enterprises for $124,940, and Epoxy Coating Specialist for $39,643.
Madam President, I move that we approve both of those as recommended.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
It's moved by Harold Wingert and seconded by Lydia Payne that we use
Interior Surface Enterprises
Interior Surface Enterprises for the carpet and
Epoxy Coating Specialists.
yes, for the $124,940 and the $39,643.
Yes.
All in favor, please raise your hand. And that passes 6-0. Next on the list is gating metrics.
So there are 2 pieces of this, and you guys can see the building metrics that are in the executive summary of this, but you really see COVID numbers really coming down. So we're almost in the green in every aspect. I quit putting absenteeism in there because, to be honest with you, we don't have an attendance issue in our buildings. We're almost back to green in terms of the actual positive cases per 100,000, 50.9. So not much left to do there. The 3.7 at 18.18. There's only been 2 positive tests, so that will come way down here as we move into the next week. But you can see that we're back down to about 1.8% of the tests given coming up positive. Hospital rooms have never been an issue. We've talked about why that is in our area, but our COVID metrics are really coming down, which is a positive sign for our community moving forward, that's for sure.
Thank you, Dr. Cobbs. Moving on, we are not ready to go to executive session tonight. We will go through the superintendent's evaluation at our next meeting. Would the board prefer to meet early, if that's a possibility, at 6 for a special session, executive session, and then go into our regular board meeting, or do you prefer to do it as an executive session within the meeting?
I'm good either way.
Yeah, I'm okay either way.
Preferences?
Fine either way.
Either way?
Either way.
Somebody give me an idea of what they'd like
Why
to
don't we
do.
go early?
Let's go early. Let's do 6.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, let's do a special session at 6 p.m. And that way, if we take that whole time, we do. If not, we can break and not have to worry about coming back and forth to executive session for additional time. Sounds like a great plan. All right, we are down to approving the personnel report. You all have been provided a personnel report. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve said report?
So moved.
Second.
All right, moved by Chris Cunningham, seconded by Linda Alderman, that we approve tonight's personnel report. All in favor, please raise your
Well,
hand.
wait, I think we ought to have like a 10-minute discussion. Otherwise,
Vote.
we'll be way too short.
Are you raising your hand? Thank you. That passes 6-0. We are
We'll be
down
out
to
of here in record
announcements.
time.
Couple of things, and first of all, we want to congratulate Alex King, first bowler in the history of USD290 to make it to the state tournament. Congratulations to him. What an amazing year our bowlers had in their first year of existence, and certainly want to celebrate those things. Our wrestlers as well that did an amazing job in Salina last weekend, and really representing our district in an amazing fashion. This week is Parent-Teacher Conference Week. I heard some of you say that you've been to parent-teacher conferences. Again, as you see those metrics come down, we're getting parents back into our buildings, which is a positive thing. So we'll see how that continues to go, but excited to get through parent-teacher conferences this week, and of course into spring break next week. Thursday will be our last day of the week. I did want to take some time, and I would like to express on behalf of USD290 our condolences, our thoughts, and our well wishes to all of the students and families who were involved in the tragic events that took place this past weekend. I personally cannot express my sorrow to those families enough. I have reached out to nearly every one of them to make sure that that if there was something that we could do, that we could work together to do the best that we can. I also want to thank our staff throughout the district who came together today to provide support for our students and our staff today. We have amazing counselors, we have amazing social workers, we have amazing administrators, we have amazing teachers and staff that all took care of one another today, took care of our students today, and really helped all of our students through what was a very rough day, but at least find a way to get through the end of the day and take care of one another. This is a part of what makes USD290 great, and a part of what makes this community a family, and some of you have seen that here in the past. And the tragic events of this weekend will carry on with many of us for an insurmountable amount of time. But our staff helped make today a little more bearable for our kids, and certainly took care of the people that were involved today. And I cannot express my gratitude and appreciation of those people enough. And again, my condolences and well wishes to all of our families and students who are dealing with the effects of that tragedy this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Cobbs. All right, at this time, is there a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
Do we need to have discussion about it, or?
No,
I
let's
don't
just.
think so. Not unless
I'll
you'd like
move it
to.
and then you can
Okay.
discuss it.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you make the motion?
Did you? I did. Second.
Thank you. Thank you. All in favor, please raise your hand. And that passes 6-0.
Thank you, everybody.
Wow.
11 minutes.